put my camera like on selfie mode under the toilet seat.
Man's trying to get batty hole POV.
What I do on the camera?
Shit! Oh my gosh!
Every man that's ever had an issue with it is deeply insecure about themselves.
Okay, damn. Man said I'm going everywhere.
He was in all my DMs on everything. And his response to that was, I would love to drink a pint of your...
Oh, man. Nowadays, hey... The baby mums are outside before the kids even off titty milk. Right. They're outside.
I'd let you open
This is the one pod experience. Myself, Chocolate Sensation, Abby. Do you want to Abby Rian? Abbsrhii. Abbsrhii.
Yeah.
Sammy in the leather pants. Hey, the man's come in leather pants. It's 25 degrees outside. He's got shine boots on, leather pants. My dog PK in the back. On the ones and twos. And this is going to be
I said to him specifically, don't mention the
hands.
But no one can see him. Hey, please stand up. Come on. You got to give it to him now. Give it to him now. Please.
They will see the pictures on my Instagram.
Okay.
See the pictures on my...
It's treacherous.
Welcome back to the One Pod Experience. Today's guest, very special guest, suggested highly by Cory.
I pushed for this one.
Yeah, he said, make this happen. And hence why I dropped you a quick DM and said, yo.
Hey!
No, a formal professional DM.
It was a very professional DM.
It was a very professional DM.
You should let me do
So my missus is watching. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It was very professional.
Okay, can we get this out of the way then? So you're in a relationship. PK?
Is
got a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Girlfriend? Single?
Yes.
There's 2 single people on the panel. But I'm just putting it out there. Sammy, so I'll ask the tough questions for you, buddy.
Alright. I wanted to bring you on the show to touch on things like OnlyFans. Your choice of career path is interesting to say the very least. Like it's very different for the older generation to understand. Like for example, have you told your grandparents about this?
No.
How do you think they'd take that?
I don't think they would understand. Like, it's just such a new thing, and especially for people who are not really used to social media anyway.
Right.
I don't really think...
But right before we get into all of that, I want to know about you. I want people to know who you are, most importantly. For me to understand how you got there.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. For me to understand, for people to understand what made you, I don't know, what encouraged you to make you the decision, the journey. Exactly. Yeah. Who are you, Abby?
That's such a crazy question. I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah.
Even so, what did you used to do before you done OnlyFans?
Exactly.
First ever job.
My first ever job, I just worked in restaurants, like bars, nothing really interesting. And then I got pregnant with my eldest.
Right.
And
how old was he when you?
When I was pregnant, I was 18. I was 19 when I gave birth.
Right.
And then after that was when we kind of went into the pandemic.
Right.
And then I was in a situation where I had a young child. You couldn't go and get a job. I had no one to leave a young child with. I didn't really have much money. And this is when OnlyFans was like popping off.
Yeah.
And I just...
during the pandemic.
It was popping off.
Do you remember thingy stories? Tory Lanez stories.
Quarantine radio.
Quarantine radio. That was crazy. That was crazy. That was insane.
Bring that time
back.
Run it back one more time, man.
I don't want to go into a tangent, but I suggest we should do, I don't know, a lockdown at least once a year. I feel like we should have a national lockdown at least once a year.
That was great time.
I remember
that was so fun.
That summer, that lockdown summer was outrageous.
Why was it so good?
I don't understand.
Why was it so good?
I think there was no fear of missing out because you knew everyone was doing nothing.
Yeah.
I think when everyone could go outside, everyone was outside.
Boy.
Like no one stayed home
100%.
when there was a moment.
I'm not gonna lie though. See, during the peak COVID, inside was outside. Yeah. Bro, I was on Instagram watching quarantine radio, Tory Lanez, watching people make fucking sprinkle cake, people doing kick-ups to toilet roll.
Yeah.
The nation was, every trend, there was a new trend every 2-3 days.
Yeah.
It was a vibe.
What kept you the most entertained during that? Before we go into what we were talking about, what kept you most entertained during that time?
Social media. Social media is a blessing and a curse, yeah. But during quarantine, social media, what were people doing? People were watching Netflix. People on Instagram.
People were wanking
TikTok.
a lot.
Hey, yo.
People were wanking a lot. That's a fact, isn't it? There was a lot of domestic violence going on as well at the same time.
That was mad.
That was...
I'm not gonna lie, the tuss was real. Cause if you if you didn't have a husband, you didn't live with your partner.
You can't just go out and do like.
Yeah, man, won't go see them 2 a.m. booty calls.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
you get pulled over. Why are you outside?
This is what I'm saying.
That's true.
And the streets were empty. It wasn't even one of them ones like there was 5-10 people on the roads. The roads were empty. It was you on your and like who was letting you in the yard during peak COVID? No one.
I feel like a lot of couples.
You have to like bring your face mask.
A lot of couples force themselves. I feel like a lot of couples force themselves to move in together very quickly.
Yeah, because I feel like we kind of knew when the lockdown was going to happen. It's either you come to mine now, or we are apart for we don't know how long.
Yeah,
hey, it's now or never, baby.
Yeah,
literally, and I think it made so many relationships fail.
But anyways, jumping back into the lane.
Yes.
Lockdown.
Yes.
You jumped into OnlyFans, but before that, you were pregnant with your elders.
Yeah, so I'd had him in the December, and I think I started in maybe like the June afterwards.
Right.
So a little while. I had like a while to think about it, and I'd heard of OnlyFans before I was pregnant, and I was thinking, maybe, and then. Yeah, I just thought, I feel like there's something that could work for me.
You're a very impulsive individual. Are you someone that is...
Yeah.
Are you someone that says, yeah, fuck it, let's do it?
Well, I just thought, like, what is, like, the worst that can happen, realistically? Like, even if I just make, like, $1,000 a month, that's $1,000 more than I was making before.
Yeah.
Like, it made sense. I got to be at home. I got to spend all my time with my kid. Like, you know, it just made a lot more sense.
Was there anyone in particular that made you say, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to make this happen, I'm going to do this?
There was literally this one girl that I followed on Instagram, and I think she's quit now, to be fair, because she made so much money that she's just quit and she's just traveling the world, like doing her own thing. But she was making so much money, so much money, and she was just so happy with her life. She was just doing what she wanted to do when she wanted to do it, and I thought I would love that life. Like for me and my son, we can just go and
financial freedom.
Yeah, just live, like
understand.
Do things. Yeah, exactly, and I can go and do these things that other parents can't do because they're at work.
You got to understand that our parents, like my mum wanted me to be a lawyer, a doctor growing up. Like
you have to be.
I am Caribbean, actually.
You Caribbean?
Yeah.
Now, see, the lawyer and doctor thing threw me off because I know.
No. But my mum always wanted me to be, I don't know, something professional. You know what I mean? She wanted me to go uni. She wanted me to do something good in my life. I'm presuming that happened with you as well, perhaps, with your parents.
Yeah, I think that my parents had quite high expectations.
Right.
But I think the more that I've kind of got to know them since I've been a parent myself, I think that they just wanted whatever was best for me.
Right.
And I think that because that's what they think would be best for them, that's what they wanted for me as well. But I think that now they, you know, as long as I'm happy and I'm okay and my kids are okay and I've got what I need.
But some parents are dickheads, you know. But hear me out. Some parents are dickheads because they love bragging about, my son is a doctor. My son is a lawyer. My son is this. My son is that. They
but you're not.
Exactly. They want you to choose. They want you to choose this career path for them to brag about it.
To make them look good.
For them to put it on the WhatsApp chat and tell their aunties and all that. These people. No, some parents are dickheads for that. But you have to. I don't know. That's what I encourage people to
do. It's like living vicariously through their children.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people spend their entire lives when their kids are young just being a parent, and I think that they've become so involved with being a parent that even when their kids are adults, their personality is still their kids.
Yeah, 100%.
Because they just don't know how to have a life like outside of being a parent because they just didn't.
Yeah, they just and that's where times have changed. And
you have to go outside.
Now, parents are out, like the new gen parents. What I would say, they're outside more than ever. Like,
when you get time off from your kids, you gotta go out. You gotta be outside.
All the baby mamas I know, they're outside with.
They're crazier than the single ones with no kids.
Like, if you compare, like, people listen to this who are 90s babies, compare the new gen. I'm saying baby mums. It sounds mad disrespectful. Mother of children. Yeah. Compare them to like our parents' generation. It's a different world. Like I feel like they matured at a faster rate as well. And they were a lot more. Not boring, but it was a lot more inside, like I was saying. Nowadays, hey, The baby mums are outside before the kids even off titty milk. Right. They're outside.
No, that's serious. I saw someone the other week. She had a child like 10 days before, and she was out in town off her. Like she was drunk. Never seen anything like that. I was like, did you just have a kid? And they're like, oh yeah, he's 10 days old.
The coochie ain't even healed up, and she's outside.
Yeah, the stitches haven't even dissolved yet.
The stitches ain't dissolved, and she's two-stepping in the logo.
Why is this the case? Why do you think that is the case? Why do you think people are so outside?
I think because I think a lot of people watch their parents be so like depressed. They have no like life. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that work home. Yeah, I think the best way to like deal with being a parent and like you get postpartum depression and stuff like that. The best thing to do is just to continue your life. Like a kid doesn't change your life. A kid just goes along with your life. Do you know what I mean? You don't change your routine or what you do to fit around a kid. Like the kid will fit around you. Like you can go to kids' raves and everything.
See the new generation. In the 80s and 90s, there weren't no toddler raves.
Yeah.
What's going on in there?
Raver tots.
Uni raves and shit.
What, just bare fruit shoots?
Yeah, literally, and like lollipops, candy floss, and they just.
What is it? Is it more of an event? Have you been to one, by the way?
No, I'm going to one like soon. Yeah.
So what is it? Is it more for the parents or is it more for the children?
Well, it's like a bit both. Do you know what I mean? Like raver parents get to take their kids, and the kids can come, and like you can have a little glass of wine.
That's where you see bare single dads, bare single mums. All of a sudden, the kids are over there playing,
and we're just raving up with the
DJ.
DJ.
There, Lipson in the corner at a kids event. Hey, this is new generation.
Anyways,
the new gen.
Anyway, so 2019, I want to say that this was when you started. 2020.
2020.
And you saw this girl on Instagram that gave you the fuck it vibe.
I just thought, what's like the worst thing that can happen?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like realistically, people are doing it for free anyway. Like what am I missing out on?
Was there any other career paths that you had in mind that you wanted to take?
I mean, at the time, I didn't really have a lot of options. Do you know what I mean? I had like how old was he at the time? Maybe like 7-month-old baby. Like in a pandemic, what am I meant to do? I can't go out and get a job.
It was remote jobs only.
I can't do anything. Like where can I put my kid? The nurseries aren't open.
Yeah,
like what am I meant to do?
You know what? Yeah, I hear you.
It just made sense.
I do hear you. You made that decision. You were like, yeah, fuck it.
Why's my smirking so hard? That's right. Man, you got something juicy to say, innit? Man's been smirking for the longest. He's got something juicy to say.
I'm trying to get to that. I'm trying to get to that. What I want to know, what did your parents think when you got in this?
I didn't tell them.
You what?
I didn't tell them. My ex and his dad come to my mum's front door. Knock, knock, knock on the front door. Do you know this is what your daughter's doing? My parents, being them, were like, yep, we know, bye.
Okay.
Shut the front door. And then they turned around to me and they're like,
Hold on. Let me put Cory in a quick scenario. Cory, you're a dad.
You already know.
Cory, you're a dad. Just a hypothetical scenario. Yep. You're a dad. Let's say you got 3 girls, you got 2 boys or whatever. One of your girls is doing OnlyFans, but you don't know nothing about it. You get someone knocking on your door.
It had literally been like 2 days, by the way.
2 days after.
It wasn't even.
It was fresh.
She started.
I'm not even had a subscriber yet.
Yeah, no. She started off. Cool. She started off the little situation over here. Your daughter's boyfriend, your daughter's ex-boyfriend is knocking on your door and saying,
their dad.
With the dad, saying, "Yo, what is doing, bruv? What's going on here?" How are you reacting?
First of all, pull it up. There's no way my daughter's man could be coming to my door with his dad like that. Let's get that straight. Yeah. So off the rip,
knocking on your door like that.
Off the rip, he better be here to praise up my daughter. He better be here. I don't know. He better be here to bring chocolates, flowers. But if you're pulling up, if my daughter's husband, man, baby father is pulling up with his dad to my front door that I pay rent, mortgage, electricity, TV licensing on.
The house lights are on. The car's still on.
Yeah, the car's still engine's still running.
Engine's still running.
Brother, first of all, man's getting dealt with at that point right there. So.
Swear. Wait, hold on.
No, if he comes in, he starts talking crazy about my daughter. Off the rip, the conversations, and we're gonna deal with that in a matter that. Yeah, we're gonna deal with that with a matter that we probably don't want to discuss on camera.
Yeah.
But going past, hypothetically speaking, I was gonna entertain the conversation, and he'd be saying, first of all, I'd be like, it's not your place to tell me. I would done the same thing to your parents. I knew as a pride, probably as a pride defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And then, I don't know, then you have a conversation with your daughter. It's like,
Yo,
why did you not tell me? But you're saying it was 2 days in, so it's kind of you haven't even...
I literally didn't know whether I was going to stick at it. Like, I hadn't even had... Do you know what I mean? Like, I was just trying to figure out what I was doing.
But let's shift back to your parents.
Yeah.
Your dad opened the door that day.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, we know, like, why are you coming here to tell us, like, it's none of your business. And then... I think the thing that I was most offended by is that he was trying to suggest that it affected my parenting ability.
Right.
And I was like, what I'm doing, you know, professionally or like for work has no effect on my child.
Right.
Like, you could, you know, be a bartender and, you know, serve drinks and like that doesn't mean that your kid's going to grow up around alcohol, does it? Like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. As long as, like, your home life and your work life are kept separate.
It's a pleasure.
Exactly. Doesn't make a difference.
So your parents took it well from that.
They weren't thrilled. We don't talk about it. Really, it's just not something. We just don't talk about it. It's a thing.
So
they know. And then it's just, that's it, really. Like, it's not really discussed.
I hear you, because it's one of them, like, what?
Like, what are you meant to say?
Yeah, what is it, like, Dad, what's your dad going to say? Like,
I was like,
how's work?
Mum, I had a long day. Long day at work today, Mum. I did this, that, and the other.
Hey, yo! This customer's been pissing me off. And then your dad's thinking, you know what I mean? Like, wait, it's an elephant in the room. Like, the type of person I am, if the elephant's in the room, I'm going to sit on it. But...
I mean, I have been in like a few awkward situations where like he's had, I think once he told me he had like a work colleague and her son had like my website open on his laptop.
Okay.
And she was like, I saw your daughter on...
This is...
But like, why would you say that to someone?
Yeah.
Why would you... That's embarrassing. Man. Why would you admit that that's what your child's doing? Because your child is the one that's paying to see somebody else.
Yes.
And paying to talk to them.
Ah, man.
Go on.
No, because I was on Twitter the other day and I saw, to cut the story short, this girl was tweeting about a story and she was basically like, she does OnlyFans and she's got a stepdad. She lives with her stepdad, like grew up with her stepdad from like 4 years old and she's got OnlyFans and like her parents knew. And one day she was suspicious that she had like this account requesting certain stuff, like that she made content in like her living room and it was like it was like a 1-bedroom house and in the bathroom. So basically she was like, I was getting weird requests that like only people that knew me would request. And it ended up being her stepdad who she's grown up with, like she saw her stepdad as a father figure because her dad left in her real life and he was requesting like content for her to make in like her bedroom, on her floor and in the living room. And she was basically like, he was requesting for me to make content in places that he could access, if that makes sense. And she basically put 2 and 2 together. And how she caught him out is she texted him saying, I know the @username, whatever the OnlyFans username, subscriber username was, is you. Own up now. I'm telling Mum. So she basically double bluffed him. She didn't know it was him, but she sort of just shot in the dark. And he messaged her back.
Right.
And he messaged her back saying, whatever her name is, Libby, whatever her name was, we need to talk. And that's how she caught him out. She double bluffed him, and it was true.
No, but that's so gross.
And she was like, I saw him as like my real father figure. He like.
But why couldn't he have found someone else to like fulfill that fantasy or whatever?
Do you know what the craziest part is? That makes you wonder, like, okay, if you're seeing, and this girl was 21 by the way, so she's not like a fully grown woman. Like you're grown at 21, but you're still young. So it makes you think, like, has he been grooming her from? It's crazy. And she was like,
has he been thinking about that for a while?
This is what I mean. Like, and he was requesting like and some of the stuff he was requesting was wild. He was like, this is one of the greatest things. He was requesting she uses like kitchen utensils as sex toys. So obviously stuff he has access to. You know what I'm saying?
So what he could have been like,
crazy. I tried to get that story out there because that's wild. And that sort of shit, I think, may happen more than people think.
Yeah, that's very common.
I think I have a lot of people on my OnlyFans that will message me. I had someone message me the other day. I was out and about with my son, my baby, and they're like, oh, I saw you walking around blah, 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 blah today. You look nice in blah, 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 which is exactly what I was wearing and exactly where I was. And I was like, that is disgusting. First of all, if you've seen me, why are you telling me? Like, why do I need to know that I'm literally out with my child and you're perving on me.
And
I feel,
that's wild.
as a single person, I live on my own. It's right in the area that I live, and I was like, this makes me feel so uncomfortable.
Scared.
Like, it's not even scared. It's just weird. Like, if I saw somebody that I knew from social media or whatever,
mind your fucking business. Walk on.
I'm like, oh, that's so and so. Carry on with my day.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? But the fact that you took the time out of your day to message me and be like, I've seen you, so weird. I hate that.
That is super
I
weird.
hate that.
You had an experience of someone at work, someone of your dad you were mentioning about them finding out about your daughter was.
Yeah.
So that experience, how did that come about? How?
My dad came and he spoke to me about it. He was like, "Oh, my friend from work's son has like been looking at you online, blah blah. Like that's a bit weird." And I was like, "Well,
What do you want me
like
to do?
I don't know. How's this my fault? Like this is not my fault."
How do you think your dad feel?
I think
like,
he felt quite uncomfortable, bless him. But I think he felt like he should have told me. I think telling me was definitely like the right thing to do. But that must have been so uncomfortable for him, bless him. Like, could you imagine?
Yeah, that is. It's a catch-22.
It is a catch-22.
And it's almost a conflict of interest because it puts your dad in a weird situation of the point where he's going to protect his daughter, like any father would.
Yeah.
But then what can his response be to someone coming up to him and saying that? That's
okay,
good, 'cause
great.
it's online. It's for all to see on a paid service. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like,
and I don't know like the ins and outs of OnlyFans. Like what sort? If people have to verify their accounts with ID.
yeah, you have to have your
your
ID and you have to have your bank card on there. So
what is a subscriber or a content creator?
As both.
Oh, okay.
You have to have.
So I think that was like Twitter where people just make hella accounts and just do burners.
You can't just do that.
So
it has to be to your actual name.
You jumping on OnlyFans, did you think of the worst outcome? For example, it couldn't have gone the way you wanted it to go.
I mean,
or did you care about your parents? Do you care about how they felt? Did you care about any future jobs that you could?
Obviously. But my main priority was to create better for me and my child. And I thought, do you know what? If I put my energy into this, how wrong can it realistically go? Because I know that there's a lot of, girls that will start it, not really make much effort, not really kind of post much or
not really
do much. I mean, it's just there. That's probably the worst that could happen.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So I thought if I put my every second of free time that I've got, all of my energy into doing this, the worst I can do is, have a few extra $100 a month. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't, and I think the worst thing could have happened is someone could have screenshot it and sent it somewhere else. But what is that a big deal? I'm sure everyone that I know has had like nudes leaked before. Do you know what I mean? Like it will happen even if you're sending it to a trusted person.
It can. So, it can definitely happen. In terms of that, like going back to what you said, like about that guy who saw you out.
Yeah.
How do you? Because do you post your face on your OnlyFans?
Yeah.
How do you try and keep your privacy and security? Because there are some creeps on these platforms that will know you're from Ipswich.
Great question.
Well, I don't live in Ipswich.
Oh, okay, but
so
I
took a little step away.
Okay, that makes
don't
sense.
really have many people come like to my home. Do you know what I mean? That's for like my close friends, for my family. I don't really have people around like that. I don't really even tell people the area that I live in either.
Yeah.
And it's just I don't really come into Ipswich really very much.
But
don't enjoy
do you ever
it.
worry about like people like that guy who saw you out?
Yeah.
Have you ever had anyone approach you, like see you out on the road?
I've had people approach me like after they've had maybe like a drink or two or something, and I think that they say it like they're trying to like flex on me or something. I'm subscribed to
hey guys,
and I literally I look at them and I'm like,
that's not flex.
Like why? Why have you told me this?
See, when we go back to the last episode,
especially when it's someone I've never seen before in my life.
So what would they come up to you and say? Hey,
like,
I've subscribed to your OnlyFans,
yeah, you're so and so, aren't you? Oh, I've subscribed to you. I buy your stuff, blah blah. And I'm like,
Is that what gives you the ICK there?
Yes, big capital letters.
Come on, man, that's crazy. You can't be going up to babes and subscribe.
They say it when they've had like a drink or two and they think that they're like, I don't know what they think they're doing, but it's just not it. Like
that ain't it.
It's not good. And I've had it like a few times, and I'm like, it just makes me feel really gross.
Move to you off that in terms of
100%.
Like,
all the time. I get
That's
like
wild.
half of my OnlyFans messages are, "Can we meet up and do content? Can we?" I'm like, I don't know who you are. You're not a content creator. No. Like 9 times out
Man
of
said
10,
they're
no.
trying to see, because we had a conversation off camera about DMs. Now we're in the messaging zone anyway. So, if a man started, would you ever take someone serious who's going to move to you on your OnlyFans DMs?
Absolutely not.
Okay, Instagram DM, because you said you wanted to be caught. You hate when people DM you. You want to be caught on road.
I
But
like
you just
in
said you're not
person
on
a lot
road.
more.
That's
Yeah, because
great question.
It's hard.
I don't want a man.
I hear you.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm private and keeping myself to myself because that's what I want.
Do you think what you're doing, your professional, restricts you from getting a man you would want in the future, from getting married, for example? Or...
I don't think so. I think it would stop me getting with an insecure man.
Ooh.
That's the issue.
She's insecure.
No, because
insecure card is on the table.
Every man that's ever had an issue with it is deeply insecure about themselves.
Okay. Because
they are spending the whole time worried about men that are paying to see me when I'm choosing to see you.
See, this
Do you know what
is.
I mean?
We need
like,
to know
they don't get to speak to me in real life. They don't even get to,
Hold on.
I don't
That's good.
pay them attention. You are in my home next to me.
Hold on.
I hear that.
What would make your man insecure? Because he would want, I don't know, him to himself, you to himself. For example, he wouldn't want you to be posting that sort of content out there.
But equally, it's my job.
Right.
I've done it for coming up to 3 years
Any
now.
man that comes to your life now.
I'm not going to go into a man's life and say, yeah, you need to quit your job.
Yeah.
See, this is what I said.
Why would I do that?
Yeah, see,
Why,
that's what I said.
when I am almost guaranteed to be the main breadwinner, quitting my job? Do you not want them new shoes?
Yeah. You know.
Hey, see, no, but remember when we touched on this in the last episode?
Yeah.
And I mentioned when I was pointing my views across, I said women are gonna say I'm insecure. That was I used the word, and this is why I've got ambivalent views
Big
about
word.
it. Because here's my thing: I wouldn't date someone who was in the sex industry or the OnlyFans industry, strippers, like personally, because that's my prerogative. Yeah.
That's fine.
But like what you just touched on and what you said is, I would never approach someone who does OnlyFans or any line of work and then be like,
Get off.
yeah, and then jump in and try and change it.
Yeah,
like for example, I
Yeah.
wouldn't jump your DM and say, "Yeah, let's go out for a drink."
Yeah, and then try and convince
and then
me.
try and convince you to quit your job.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's stupid.
Now
That
that's
makes
on the
you sound
yeah,
manipulative.
that's emotional.
I don't think that's insecure. I don't think
that part's not. But there are a lot of brothers.
But
I'm not
if
gonna
you
lie.
knew that that's what that girl was doing when you slid into her DMs, why did you DM her if that's not what you want?
Exactly.
That's what I'm with.
If you can't handle it and you know inside you can't handle it, leave her alone.
Big man, if you ain't, because you've got to have
Yeah.
you've got to have a strong sense of confidence in yourself and pride to do it. So don't jump in DMs when you know homegirl does OnlyFans and.
But I know
try and
so
change
many
it.
people that have relationships like that do OnlyFans and it works really well. Like the girl will then make content with her man and just her man.
Yeah.
And like a lot of them are in a relationship and then they'll go and meet like other women that do OnlyFans and they'll do like a little
Okay, so moving forward.
meet up thing.
Moving forward for you, your partner would have to be in the same industry as you.
No,
for
not
example.
even like that, but they
Just
just
accept
have to accept that that's
That's
what
your-
I do, and it is just a job to me. Like I think that
Like, even
people think I'm emotionally tied to my job or whatever, but it's literally just my job. It provides for me well. I'm happy with what I do. Leave it alone.
even if he does accept whatever you're doing, would you in the back of your mind think, "Oh, I just know this is."
I mean, I
just
think
know this
that
is not gonna
if
sit well.
I got into a relationship and I feel like this could get serious or whatever, then maybe I'd think of like a 5-year kind of
Exit plan.
yeah. Do you know what I mean? But I'd like to be able to set
Yourself up proper.
put things in place for me to be able to do that.
Not just, yeah, I'm
like
quitting.
if I was to like, get married, blah blah blah, all that kind of thing, then I would want to be somebody's wife. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't want to be sitting around working all the time. Like,
Going back to Instagram
yes.
and men sliding into your DMs gives you the ICK, capital letters ICK.
Yes.
And what I'd love to know, what are the craziest requests you've had on OnlyFans, on Instagram?
I don't know if I can tell you this. It's so bad.
Hit me.
Hey yo,
Hit me.
I can
So
only
bad.
I can only imagine.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to so there's this one guy.
On OnlyFans or Instagram?
All of the above.
Damn, man said I'm going everywhere.
He was in all my DMs on everything, bless his heart. And I think the weirdness started on the first day we got out of lockdown.
Right.
And I put a Snapchat story up saying, can't wait to go for a pint.
Oh, okay.
And his response to that was, I would love to drink a pint of your...
Oh, man.
Yeah. And then he told me... So... And then he messaged me on OnlyFans telling me it was him. And he asked me to lift the toilet seat up, put my camera like on selfie mode under the toilet seat, shut the toilet seat, and go.
Man's trying to get batty hole POV.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What I do on the camera?
Shit!
Oh my gosh!
I didn't do it.
Yo!
I didn't do it.
Out of interest, how much did he offer?
Not enough.
Oh, so there's a figure on it though.
No, but I wouldn't have done it
anyway.
anyway.
You said, hold on, you didn't say...
No, he was literally offering like $50. Like, be for
real.
real.
Big man, come on.
Be for real. Be for real.
And then nah, bro. That's a 2-bag job. Easy.
No, more.
Oh, no. Exactly.
Right.
I know everything has got a price. So
yeah, everyone's
for
got
a request like that,
I couldn't. I
no,
couldn't do it.
Because these men are going to be on here watching this, yeah, and they might start withdrawing from mortgage funds. Yeah. Please, hey man, don't withdraw from your ISA account.
You can't do it on OnlyFans anyway.
Oh, you can't.
You can't. No bodily fluids.
What?
Thank God.
Like, because men ask for like period content and that. You can't post it. You can't post that. Your account will get deleted. All your money in your account gone.
Yeah,
swear.
You can't set up another OnlyFans account because it's linked to your bank card.
That is
gone.
fucking sickening.
Yeah.
You're right.
Who was it again? Was it Bella Delphine or something? Her name was. I think she sold her bathwater.
Yeah.
Someone. Yeah.
You can sell mad shit. You know, she sold like socks.
What, like worn socks or?
Yeah.
So I know, certain men love worn panties.
Certain people like different flavors. So like the price depends on the flavor.
What flavor? What?
Wait, hold on. What flavor? What?
So like, what you do when you're wearing the socks, how long the socks are worn for. Like, you can have like gym socks. You can have like outside,
dirty
no shoes
gym
on.
Gym socks,
dirty bastards.
Or you can have like outside with no shoes on socks.
Hey, do you know what I've realised? Yeah. Men are a product of their own downfall. Because this is... I know it's not women requesting these joints. This is crazy. Yeah. And the worst thing is, I know another girl who does OnlyFans, like one of my brethren. And she was talking about, like, one guy was asking for warm panties doing certain activities.
Yeah.
After panties that she put on after her man's just come in her.
Yeah, that's really popular, actually.
What are they doing with these?
Because they want to... I think that they choose, like, underwear... that you wear like in a video and then you put them back on afterwards and then they can imagine that they're sitting there kind of like watching you the whole time and then they just get like it after.
So
it's a thing for some men. I don't.
Most weird fetishes are coming from men. That's what I'm presuming.
I mean, I've heard
disagree?
some pretty weird stuff, but like I think that people use OnlyFans to deal with those fetishes. Do you know what I mean? Because I think that some women really shut down a lot of men. And I think that when you're in a long-term relationship and your girl's a bit like, do you know what I mean, basic, just kind of, you know, does what suits her, whatever. How are you going to approach her saying, like, this is... You can't. But if you're doing it to someone on the internet who doesn't know you and you're anonymous, you can then get, like,
and I think that's
your needs fulfilled from there. And I think that that's what it is.
People love anonymous for real. I've realised, like...
Oh, my God. When you put questions up on Instagram, when it's not the anonymous one, you get, like, no questions. When you do the anonymous one, oh, my God, pages and pages of messages.
Hey.
Pages.
Do you know what the worst thing is, yeah? This is when I realised I was normal. Because... I realised how many men are actually like sort of into that stuff, like into warm panties. Like even to me, why am I subscribing to OnlyFans for? To me, it's creepy, yeah.
Have you ever subscribed to an OnlyFans?
Never.
I think it's like it's a completely different experience.
I get why people do subscribe to OnlyFans because it's like if I can watch porn, if I'm going to watch porn anyway, I can watch it of someone I really want. Like it's and
you can talk to them.
And see, but you're not though. We know. Whatever. Anyway, you can talk to him. You can talk to him. We're gonna go.
Yeah. Go for it. Go.
But See, with OnlyFans, you can pick out what you want to see. See, if you're going on Pornhub and you're watching Pornhub videos, you're watching Lisa Ann. I'm never going to see these people in real life.
Yeah. You can ask for exactly what you want.
There you go.
Exactly how you want it.
If man wants to watch,
angle,
you know what,
everything.
today I'm feeling a video of just watching a dildo and a batty. And then I'm going to tell us to suck it. You can request.
You can ask them to do
specific
exactly
things,
what you want.
But
what the fuck?
You can get them to like say your name, all sorts. Like it can be for you.
So this is like
your personal.
This is a tailor-made porn video.
There you go.
For you. Yeah.
You know when you're on page 349 looking for the right video?
Yeah.
Well, you can just
Yeah,
pay
you can just
find
ask.
the right video, man.
Just ask and you get.
Yeah,
like
see?
that's what it is.
Everyone's been there when you're on page 407 and Pornhub and it's just not cutting it and you're thinking, right, I wish I could just find this one with this.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Get yourself a little £200 in your pocket.
Yeah.
Jump on OnlyFans.
It depends how long a video you want, you know. It's
That's crazy.
I mean, I think normally people charge between like $20 and $50 per minute.
But once that post-clarity must be crazy. Because
boy.
You must think, oh my god.
Yes,
boy.
I can only. Hey, let me look at the camera. I can only go off men's post-nut clarity, not women's. I'm going to ask Abby about women's post-nut clarity. But post-nut clarity is real. I've watched porn and I've watched a video for free on Pornhub before, and I'm like, what a waste of a nut. So can you imagine paying let's just say £50 for a video, you nut, and you're like, damn, what a waste of a nut. And no, it's just £50. Come on.
What's your big basher growing up?
What?
What's your big wanker growing up?
Was I big? Nah, not really, you know. And I'm still not. Nah, not really.
Not cutting it.
Nah, not. Wanking is just over the lockdown period. Man was just tugging meat so much. It's just gone out of fashion.
That was very normal. Lockdown.
Man is beating meat.
Yeah, no. Common. That was common.
You look like a butcher.
What else did you have to do? Do you know what I mean? Like it's good way to waste your
I'm not gonna lie,
time.
I was moving wild during lockdown. I'm sending free content. I was doing only Cory. And you could have got that joint for free.
All right.
Stop.
So you wasn't too much of a wanker growing up.
Nah, man.
Do you know any man?
Not really, man. Not really. Do you know what it is? Wanking is so shit. If we're real, if we are real, and
did you used to do the one where you used to like, I don't know, sit under your hand?
Oh, I thought you were going to say something wild for this. I thought you were going to say put thumb in the ass.
Yeah.
Nah, that's sitting on hand numb shit. Nah. But the thing is, sex is so easily available.
Yeah.
Sex.
Not for every man either.
But it's just women out there. You don't need to be tugging. Like, not all the time. Certain men are serial tuggers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
addiction. Yeah. And it's just, it's dopamine levels are just not there, man. It's not it.
What about you growing up? Was you a big wanker?
Masturbator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Like I don't know. I've just always been quite like a sexual person. I suppose that's why OnlyFans didn't really bother me.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Do you know what I mean? Like I've just always been quite sexual. Like not even necessarily having sex with people, but
you just feel like you're a sexual person.
yeah. Like, I just feel like I'm quite sex orientated.
Okay, I hear it.
Like so, it was just like already there. Like,
did you lose your virginity very young?
I don't know. I think it was like 14. Is that young?
He's 14 young. I actually don't know. How old
I
were you?
don't know.
I think I was 15.
I was 18.
18?
Yeah.
How old are you, PK?
18.
Wow.
No, how old were you when you lost your virginity?
I was 15.
See?
I don't think that's
late.
young.
Yeah, no.
18's late,
But
Yeah.
if I like look back at it now, I probably could have waited.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Because I was not having a good time with it. Do you know what I
Everyone-
mean? It wasn't great.
Cool.
Like I feel like that's the advantage
Majority
of
sex ain't
waiting.
Yeah. What was that experience like? If you don't mind me asking.
Very underwhelming.
Can you tell us, have you got a good story with losing your virginity? Have you got a good story? No.
It was just not. It was just like I was like, oh, is that it? Like,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah, underwhelming.
I was
What about
like,
you,
oh,
Cory?
is this it? Everyone's telling me it's gonna be amazing.
Take me to that.
Let me take you to the place. Nah, to be fair, it was our school leavers.
You
In a
what?
field, dog. You know who you are.
Well, you're
I'm
a-
gonna say her name, but she knows who she is. It was school leavers. I had my rucksack on my back. I had my jump. All right, let me just paint the picture. So anyway, we're at school leavers. We're in this big field.
Sunny day.
Not even a sunny day, dog. The grass is wet. Yeah. I'm not even gonna cap. Overcast. It's an overcast day. Let me think. When do you leave school? What month is it? I don't know what month it is.
June. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was an overcast day. This big cow field. We were all drinking like Lambrini and WKD. So like section officer over here, this one girl, and I can't remember. We were just walking off, and somehow I can't remember the lead up, but I had my rucksack on and a hoodie, my trousers down to my ankles. I was laying on the grass like this. She was just on top of me, and that was I didn't nut. I didn't even nut.
Oh no!
How crazy is that?
How
I lost my virginity.
vibrated.
Just it wasn't even that way. I think someone was walking over and she like jumped up and I was like, my ass was wet from like the grass. Because the grass was wet. My ass was itching for days after that because I was laying on wet grass. Yeah, my story. What about you? Because 18, I was 15 and I was still wet behind the ears.
I can't really remember it that bad, much. Do you know what I mean?
I can remember mine real good.
That was my first / girlfriend situationship. Yeah, that was my first
Was it her first time having sex or not?
No.
So did you feel pressure?
But the thing is, I said to her that I wasn't a virgin. That was the vibe I went in.
You went with the Capiana.
Yeah, I said, yeah, well, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, I hear that.
What are you talking about? I know what I'm doing. But from my behalf, from my experience, I thought it was.
What was it like? What was your? Bring us there, man. Paint a vivid picture.
Okay. She just moved into this house.
Right. How old was this girl?
No. Her parents moved into this house. Her parents just moved into the house. We had but to describe the room, there was a mattress on the floor and there was a massive mirror behind me.
Hey, this sounds like a porn scene.
Nice.
Yeah, massive mirror behind me, mattress on the floor. We had some sandwiches. And we had a little MacBook there on the corner as well. We was watching a little bit. So we just having.
Were you watching porn on the Mac?
No.
Oh no,
I
thought you were
watching some Netflix and shit like that. Just having a great time together. Really, like she was my first little. I don't know.
How was
that's
it?
cute.
What was the sex like?
It was okay.
My bad.
It was okay. I was saying a lot of things like, should I do this now? Like, I was saying a lot of things. Should I?
Asking for reassurance.
Yeah. Asking, should I do that now? You know what I mean? I was
That's quite thoughtful, though.
That
is quite thoughtful.
Do you like that? Do you like that?
Yeah. I thought it was.
No, but that's not always a bad thing, you know.
Because you have to learn.
Yeah.
You have to learn a woman's body.
Oh, you do.
Eventually, one way or another, you're gonna learn the hard way.
And every single one is different as well.
There you go.
So
100%.
it doesn't really. I feel like asking is actually not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
Okay, since we're on the topic.
Fuck off.
Have you ever? I'm gonna ask you first. Then I'll ask you. Have you ever had sex and just gone? I know that was the weakest dick I've ever given.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that? And how often?
I've had situations where my pipe just gives up.
What, just...
Yeah.
I don't want to stand up to the jurors no more.
Yeah. Because
it's done now.
I've been in situations where I felt I don't know. Men have this ability of sleeping with women they don't find attractive, which is I'm assuming ladies do as well. But I didn't find this lady very attractive.
And it was you were just there doing. Were you drunk?
I don't drink. I told you.
Oh yeah, you don't. Damn, you doing it sober?
Oh no.
Woo.
Yeah.
That's brave,
it was tough. It was tough to say the very least. She's probably watching.
What about you? Have you ever had sex with a man and you're like,
Yeah.
not that the sex was bad, but just gone with...
Yeah, what is... Okay.
I just look at them afterwards, I'm like...
Hold on. Do you know how we get the post-nut clarity? Do women get that?
Most of them don't nut.
Yeah, but exactly. that's the issue. Like afterwards, and they're all like, and I'm just there like.
Wait, hold on. So a massive percentage of the time is you pretending, I don't know, acting up.
9 times out of 10, I won't pretend. Like if you're shit, I'm just gonna let you know. Like
Fuck
it's not
you now.
I rate that.
No, but I can't like gas this man up, and he's there thinking, yeah, I give the best dick, and it's actually terrible. Like you really need to go home and do some research.
Wait, was that? Hold on. Was there a guy that was giving it all the talk?
Oh my god, it's always the ones that give the talk that ain't got nothing to back it up with. Seriously.
Nah, I hear it because certain men are talking
and some
crazy.
girls do the same. They gas themselves up. They're like, you can't
crazy.
handle me. You can't do this. You can't do it. And you get there, and she just lays like this.
It's always them ones.
What about you, Cory? Do you give it all the talk?
Not really. Now I'm not gonna lie. Not that I can remember. Maybe someone's watching this probably saying.
What do you think of it?
He was chatting away my time.
I'm trying to think. I don't know what, because I'm not like. What are you saying? I'm trying to think back. I may do, but not that I can remember. Maybe I have. Someone watching this, maybe like, yeah, he said the mad thing to me, and he deliver.
I'm gonna ask you this: do you like it when a lady says and she gives you all the talk? I can do this. I can give you this.
Nah, allow the talk, man.
I don't.
Forget it. Because
why
like I said, a lot of the time, and what we doing the talk. Let's cut to that. Let's cut to that.
Like, just say what you want. Give me time and give me a place.
Amen.
Do you know what I mean? Like, why?
Amen.
Why are we chatting about it for? We're wasting time.
Yeah. Nah, I agree. What has been the most disappointing situation you've been in where you've looked forward to this dick appointment and you were like, yes, he's giving me vibes at this and that. Turns up, pipe. He left his pipe in the car.
There's been like a couple that has just not been great, and there's been like a few times where maybe like I've slept with someone the first like 2-3 times it's been alright, and then they start to like not bother as much, and I'm like, time to like repeat someone else. Like, go back.
Run it back. Hey.
But sometimes it's like it's alright the first 1 or 2 times because they're obviously really, really making an effort, and then when they're themselves, you're just like,
it's
really let down.
I don't know, because do you feel like you go all out? So for a woman you're going to sleep with the first time, do you feel like you put in effort, like over, say if you've repeatedly slept with someone compared to someone you're going to sleep with for the first time, are you going to put in more conscious effort?
I am a pleaser. I am a lover. Like, I love.
Are you a bocat? We're gonna ask him on camera. Are you a bocat?
Massively.
Woo!
Massively, 100%.
But
say this. Hit it.
Coochie.
I am a pleaser. I love pleasing my woman. Okay. I love the fact that pleasing my woman pleases me. I don't know if that makes sense.
And they'll want to give more to you if you're doing that to them.
Exactly.
So, I mean, you're going to have a better time if you're giving them what they want.
Thank you.
Sammy.
Yeah, that gives me that gives me it.
So you're there yamming pumps for 45 minutes?
No.
That's a long time.
Hold on, that's mad. That's mad long.
Okay, 30 minutes.
No. I'll be there. I do my thing, and then I don't get how long I lost with my pipe later on because I've already done my business.
So you make sure she gets her nut off.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And then you can just go for it.
Yeah,
I mean, you can enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
after.
we ain't got time for that.
100%.
We ain't got time.
Wait,
for that.
are you a bocat?
No. On God, I can't remember the last time I ate coochie.
You're a jam. Well, you're Jamaican.
Yeah. Part Jamaican, part Asian. It's not that I consciously don't do it. That's the crazy thing. It's not that I consciously don't do it. It's just that
it just doesn't.
I'm not. Yeah, I just still never. Everything flows.
But hey, this I can't be a bocat for just some any random. I'm a bocat for my.
See, I haven't got a girl.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
that makes sense.
You can't just be like looking up random.
Yeah, I'm not just.
Like you don't know who's been in that like the last week.
Listen,
you know?
because let me tell you a story. Yeah? Let me tell you a story of why I don't trust women still. So anyway, this one girl that I knew way back. She used to be with a man. Actually, no, tell her she was with a man. He used to play for Ipswich, actually.
Yeah.
They may, people watching this may know who he is.
Oh,
they
fuck.
don't know who he is.
Fuck.
Anyway, she was with a man playing for Ipswich. He went on an away game or something like that on the weekend, yeah. And she always used to tell me, like, I don't know if this was her weird fantasy, but she always used to tell me that her man yammed her crotches. Like, he loved eating pussy. Anyway, he went away on the weekend. I chopped it on the Saturday. He came back from where he was footballing or whatever. And I remember her messaging me on like the Wednesday saying, yeah, do you know what's crazy? My boyfriend...
No.
Okay, I'm going to put it out there.
No.
I was raw, no condom, may or may not have nutted inside, no pull out. And she she consciously messaged me on like the midweek. She was like, yeah,
must have done it
I just thought, like, we were bantering about it. I was like, right, I bet your man came back and ate your coochie. And she was like, yeah, he did actually.
No, he didn't.
On God, and all of them.
Did it? It must have tasted different.
Well, I hope she washed.
Honestly.
But this is the
it
pH
doesn't
level for
matter,
sure.
like whether she washed or not.
Levels,
it would have changed. Like, it would have changed it.
Maybe he thought he had a different taste and stuff.
Talking about bocat, talking about eating coochie and stuff. Do you preferably want your partner, like, if you had to, I don't know, hand make your partner from scratch? Is that an attribute he must have? He must be able to.
I mean, it doesn't even necessarily have to be all the time.
Right.
But like, if I'm in a long term relationship with that guy, if he says I want to try doing this, I want to try doing that, your answer as their partner is yeah, like fuck it, let's give it a go. Do you know what I mean? Like, you cannot just sit there and say not doing this, not doing that, not doing that. It's not just about you. Like
give and take.
Other than sexual attributes, what attributes must a guy that you're gonna spend the rest of your life with, like that Willie, you're gonna spend the rest of your life with that Willie? What must that man, I don't know, possess? What
And they must be like manly.
Manly.
You don't want a boy.
Alpha male.
There's a lot. There's not many.
I don't want a boy.
It's very common to find not very manly men nowadays, isn't it?
You know, I have to take charge of everything in my life. Do you know what I mean?
You want a man to take charge?
I am in charge of everything. I'm running a house. I'm looking after kids. I'm working full time. I'm doing all this stuff. I want someone to come and be like, it's fine. I got it. And I just actually get to relax. Do you know what I mean? Whereas a lot of men come and they're like, I got this, and they don't got this.
Yeah.
And they fuck it all up.
A lot of men are capping.
Yeah,
they fuck it all up. They can't handle none of it. Like you say, oh, this bill's due, this, that. Oh, really? Like, are you joking?
That's it, bro. That's mad, you know. When the bill's due, yeah.
I hear you.
Right, the bill's due.
I just want to be able to like relax. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I can't, with a lot of men, you like as a woman, you can't fully let your guard down. You wonder why your woman's so like irritable or like uncomfortable. It's because we can't, like, I don't feel like I've got someone that I'm comfortable with. Do you know what I mean? Like someone that's not able to take care of. You can't take care of me. I'm going to be on edge all the time because I'm stressing about all these things that I know you should be worrying about. That I've now got to worry about my shit and your shit.
That's something that a woman must feel. She must feel secured. Like she wants to feel.
That's like the main thing for a woman. Yeah. You have to feel secure. Everything else just falls into place. Like as long as if a man can take care of like, you know, the general things, then everything else I could ever need is going to be there. Like everything.
That's
like you're never gonna have to ask for anything to be done around the home, or like if you are like the breadwinner and you're looking after your home and your wife, and you know if you've got kids or whatever, your life is gonna be smooth. You're gonna be happy. You're gonna enjoy yourself. Like so, do what you say you're gonna do, and your life will be better.
Do you care about the appearance of the man? Do you care about the personality of the man? What do you care about?
I feel like looks are really not that. I don't know. Like, obviously, you have to be, like, attracted
I said this.
to
Sexual
someone.
attraction is more important.
Yeah.
But, like, you don't have to be, like, the hottest person in the room. Do you know what I mean? I would so much rather match your energy, get on really well, than I would be like, yeah, you're attractive, but you're not even slightly amusing. Yeah, like, I can't even laugh at you. Like,
that's the main thing. Because there are a lot of boring, attractive people.
Well, everyone's going to get ugly. Like, if we're being for real, at 80 years old, no one's sexy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And if I'm with someone who was sexy when they was 30 and you're now butters and you're still not making me laugh, we got big problem.
Hey, this is what we were talking about.
We
said it last episode. I said sexual attraction is more important to me. Like I said, I don't know how you feel about this. You can not be attractive. You can not find someone as attractive, but you can find them sexy. Yeah. Like, I feel like sexy and attractive don't match.
I think it's a confidence thing. Sexiness is like confidence.
Yeah, like there's an aura about it.
Yeah. I don't think sexy is like
there's some people that you can find who are attractive, but there's zero sex appeal.
Have you bumped into men that gorgeous to look at, but the deadest personality?
I feel like that's most attractive men because they spend a lot of their time worrying about how they look.
Yeah.
Like, they are actually just bitches. Like,
I hear it.
Do you know what I mean? They're all pampered and they're getting all this stuff done, and they are just boring. So boring. All you're doing is going out for drinks on a Saturday night and a Friday night, and you play football on a Sunday morning, and then you go and work your 9 to 5 job, and you're boring.
I play Sunday football.
Sorry.
Hey. All right, but drifting back into OnlyFans. OnlyFans is massive. Like from lockdown, OnlyFans became so fucking popular.
Yeah.
Like even you. Someone's nan might know about OnlyFans. I don't know how my mum knows about OnlyFans. I was on it. I did. But what I want to know is how successful has it been for you in this
I genuinely think the main thing I have to say to people is you get what you put into it. Like if you're gonna make no effort, you're getting nothing.
Right.
And I think it's really hard to manage an OnlyFans without help.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So like, I don't do my accounts. I have an accountant that does that for me. There's no way. No way I could figure that out. That is too much for my head. That's too much. Well, obviously you've got to do all your tax returns, and then you've got to like my nails and my lashes and my hair. Expenses. I get as expenses and stuff like that.
Tax returns on expenses.
Exactly. But I don't have the time to go and do all that. Like I have like a manager who tells me like what's trending, what's not trending, like kind of like keeping me on top. Like I don't have the time to go and do all this research and do all the content and do everything. Like it's just not possible. But I think that a lot of people are a bit like put off by it because obviously they take like a percentage. But there's no way you'd be making the same figures without them. Like you could, it's not.
Yeah. You have to pay your fees on whatever platform.
It's like you couldn't set all this up on your own.
No,
like it's not possible for you to come here, set this all up, get everything recording how you want it to. It's not going to happen.
100%.
It's literally the same. It's literally the same thing.
Wow. You care a lot about your quality of the content, I'm assuming, as well.
You have to. Like, I think people make shit videos, take shit photos, and like, why am I not making money?
That's the thing.
It's like because you're not putting any money into it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got
like you
cameras,
said,
lighting, like all stuff like that. If I'm taking everything on like an iPhone 8, they're not gonna want it, are they?
People,
like, it's gonna be glitching halfway through the video. Like, and you have to like. I think a lot of girls over edit their photos so they don't look like themselves. Men don't like that.
People want to see the real. Let me see the flaws.
But the thing is, I don't think even men view it like that. From the amount of time I've spoken to people on OnlyFans,
right,
a lot of men actually like the things that women don't like about themselves.
Facts.
Big facts.
Big facts.
And I think that the worst thing a woman can do is point out her flaws to a man. Why are you doing that for? He thinks you're perfect. Why are you telling him things that are wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, why? You're just ruining it for yourself because he's now going to look at them and think, oh, she doesn't like that.
Yeah, I didn't even notice them.
Do you know what I mean? I didn't even, that didn't even really kind of clock in my head. Do you know what I mean? So,
what does that self-confidence come from you? Like, have you always had that self-confidence about your own image and about your body?
Yes and no. I think that doing OnlyFans has made me feel better about how I look myself in some ways, but it's also made me feel worse.
Right. Okay.
So like online, I feel better about myself. In person, I'm always stressed. Like if I'm walking past the mirror, I'm looking at it, checking that I look alright because I know that there's going to be people out and about that know who I am.
Okay.
So every time I go out, I have to have like clothes on. I have to have like my hair at least looking good. Do you know what I mean? Like it's constantly like, in my
subconsciously
head.
You're thinking about it.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh my god, imagine if they see me like in real life and I'm not living up to like their expectations. Do you know what I mean?
Because your business, you are your business.
You are
yeah.
So it's all about it, and it's marketing at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Like, it makes sense. That's where it's a sticky market because when your image is your business, almost like being a model.
Yeah.
Everything you do reflects back on your business.
Exactly.
Like it's not like working for a next man and you're reflecting on the company. Like what you do and what you say,
I am my company.
Your actions and your words reflect back on you. So yeah, it makes sense to be fair.
Exactly, and that's why I don't really like going out and stuff, especially like around here, because I think that if I get too drunk or I behave in a certain way, people are going to see that and they're going to talk.
Yeah.
And I cannot have myself being like portrayed in that way because that makes you look so bad. Like what if they're like, oh, I saw Abby out on Friday night and she was a mess, it's so embarrassing, it was a mess, then everyone's gonna be like, ugh.
You take a lot of pride into your image, a lot of pride.
You just have to be careful like how you like come across. Not even careful, because I think I'm quite a nice person. Like I'd never want to do anything that makes me look bad.
Like
do you know what I mean? Because you see a lot of like people like on Instagram or like TikTok and that, and you see them like acting out and stuff in public, and they get madly cancelled. And it's like just shows how different people can actually be like behind closed doors.
You never really know what someone's really like.
That's what I mean. I actually saw a famous TikToker yesterday when I was at Creamfields.
Oh shit!
He was so rude.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
He was so rude.
Drop the name? You dropping the name?
No. A group of guys went over to him and they were asking photos, and he's like, "No, fuck off."
What?
He was like, "Fuck off."
People like that, you know.
And he was like, "I'm just trying to enjoy my day, and you are ruining it." And they're like, "We're just supporting you, man. Like, we just, we rate your content, whatever." And he was like, "Fuck off, out my face." And I was like, wow. I was like, that's you. This is your job. You have chosen to put yourself out there like that. These people support you. They share your stuff. They like your stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're lucky no one was filming that.
Fucking hell.
It's so bad.
But other than giving the girls advice, girls that may want to jump on the OnlyFans situation, Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's so overcrowded.
I was about to say it's an oversaturated market right now.
It's so mad right now, and I think that I don't know. It's just really difficult to build up the followers the same way that it was before. People have better things to do now.
Right. Yeah, no, we're outside.
Do you know what I mean?
Everyone's open.
Yeah,
Everyone's open again.
Exactly. There's less. There's less of a need for it. I mean, you definitely find in summer that sometimes it goes down like a bit, like because people are outside. In winter,
money's up.
Yeah.
It's getting dark at 3:30.
Yeah.
Hey, let me jump on that OnlyFans.
Tucked into bed at 7 p.m.
Yeah, I mean, let me get my lotion and tissue.
Exactly.
Let me jump on this OnlyFans.com.
Yeah. So you have people that help you keep on top of your game. Like you got a manager.
I just think it's really helpful.
So you got people that keep you up to date with what's trending as well.
Yeah.
What other advice when it comes to actual people who would want to jump on this business would you give?
Really hard. Like, if I'm being honest, it's a lot of time. It's a lot of energy. It's really draining in a different way from like a normal job, because like even if you're not feeling sexy on that day, you gotta be sexy.
Yeah, you 100%. Run it.
Do you know what I mean? If you're thinking, oh, I'm like a bit bloated, I'm not really like liking how I'm looking, like I'm not in the mood. Like 9 times out of 10, if I'm gonna be real, I'm not in the mood.
Right. That's what me. Like, that's like someone requested me wanking on demand.
Yeah. I just have to like. It's literally what it is. Or like when you like collab with someone, sometimes like if it's the first time you've met, you have to like chat about the content you're doing, like sign your like forms and that. Have a little drink and you're like, right, well, we've got to have sex now.
So
and it's like, do you know what I mean? And it's so transactional, and you've got to like have the camera in angles and stop and move the camera, and it is literally strictly business. It's crime. It's a lot more difficult.
Money can be a motivation for people to want to jump on his business. If you don't mind me asking, what's the money like?
It's good.
Right.
It's good, but it can always be better. That's the way you have to think about it. Do you know what I mean? And I think that you can literally tell the difference. If I don't work for a week, there's a difference.
I hear you.
There's such a difference. And like the aim of the game is to get as many subscribers in as you can, because it doesn't matter what your subscription fee is. Yeah. You probably get like 30 to 40% people with their rebill on. So there are people that will subscribe for 1 month and be like, I'm done with her now, move to someone else. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So you have got to get the people in. Like that's the aim of the game.
Yeah.
Fuck. This is tough.
But you think you think like you've got maybe like 2,000 subscribers.
Right.
30 to 40% of them will be there next month. The rest of them gone. You got to find new ones.
Here for 1 month.
So, in average, how much can someone who is in the OnlyFans industry make? In average, I just want to.
I mean, it depends. I think that like most like standard people who put like a bit of effort in, whatever, maybe like 5K a month. But some women are making up to like 100.
Figures are crazy.
100K a month. But you've got to think about tax. You've got to think about their managers. You've got to think about equipment.
There's overhead fees.
Do you know what I mean? There is a lot. So they're probably only seeing like 50K of that. OnlyFans takes 20%.
OnlyFans take 20%.
20%. And then you've got to pay your tax. And then you've got to pay your managers. And you've got to pay your photographers and your videographers and your script writers and your blah, blah, blah.
You got £2.50 in your bank account.
And what you've got to realise is, it's a volatile market as well. So like she said, imagine if 1 month everyone just decides, I'm turning my Rubil off. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a small possibility.
Yeah.
But it's always a possibility.
You have to always be interesting, and that's why it's useful to have like a manager, because they're like, do this, do that, like this is what's happening right now.
What people
this.
What people are feeling. So how do you balance like your work life? Because it sounds like it's full on.
It is really hard.
So how do you balance that being a full-time? What is it? OnlyFans model? Is that the the job description? Yeah, how do you balance that and being a mum of two? Like, how do you find the perfect balance?
Very hard. So I try and do a lot of my content in a very short space of time. Okay, yeah. So if I have like child free out of the month, I maybe have like 6 days free. So I will use every single
and try and
time. Do you know what I mean? I will take loads of photos in different outfits, loads of videos. I will like make it all happen And then the rest of the month, all I'm doing is like editing.
Okay.
And then if I get like custom requests and whatever, but do you know what I mean? Those obviously don't really take too long.
Hey, that's a full-time job for real.
But, but then I'm on the site all the time. I'm doing like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, like every single day.
Your phone battery must be crazy.
I literally have been here like...
Oh my god,
it's crazy.
But
and there's a man in there somewhere trying to get replies. Somewhere in there
trying to get a free subscription. Probably that's my number one message request on Instagram.
Something I'm really intrigued about is being a mother.
Yeah.
Your kids may grow up one day.
Yeah.
They may go to school, and they may. Do they know what you do?
Well, they're not really old enough to like.
How are you kids?
3.5 and 8 months.
Wow.
But the thing is, right, you gotta look at it like this.
Does that concern you? Does it concern you? Your kids going to school?
No, because my children will be the nice children.
Right.
If that makes sense. Like, in school, you bully people or you get bullied. Like
there's some middle ground in there. There's some middle ground in there.
Not really, but there are some nasty kids, and kids are going to be nasty no matter what the parent does.
Facts,
if they choose to be nasty to a child, they're going to choose to be nasty to a child. Why, my kids could get bullied anyway.
Yeah.
And and what? I've given them everything that they could want. They have everything they could ever need. They have a happy life.
How would you have that conversation with your children when they're old enough to understand?
Will you tell them?
Oh yeah, would you?
I think so. I think that's the right thing to do. I feel like maybe like high school kind of age, because that's the kind of time that you've got more access to like social media and like kids start figuring things out around that age. I mean, I wouldn't want my child to be in a situation where they don't already know and someone's like, do you know that your mum's literally made porn?
Everyone's got iPhones now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. All the 12-year-olds be out there with iPhones like 18 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, no, man, that pain.
Yeah, that's tough.
But equally, if my kid's in that situation, well, why has an underage child got my stuff? So then I have a problem with the school and the other parent. Why is that being shown in school?
That would be great.
That's inappropriate.
Just know there was nudes flying around when I was in high school. Like, there was nudes flying. Man, I'm talking about porn. So... I don't know if it's a fear, but do you ever fear that when your kid gets to, I don't know, year 8, year 9?
But I think if I told them first,
it wouldn't be. It's still good.
They would know.
But like, if a kid comes up to your kid and like, bro, this is your mum, and it's you there naked doing whatever you're doing,
like,
is that fear?
Do you remember growing up, like you?
But I would never put anything off the website, and if you've got access to the website, you have to be over 18, and if you've got the video off the website, then you can be sued.
Copyright infringement, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
You remember back in school? Hello, your mum jokes. Hello, your mum. Your mum's this. Your mum's that. It's mad, and I'm sure you've had the thought process of, oh shit, kids are gonna. How do you think they're gonna take this when they grow up? How could that impact their life? How could that impact their life? They might make some choices. Oh, my mum's on this. I want to do this too. I want to do that.
You in a lot of fights.
Sorry?
It could get you in a lot of fights.
Exactly. It could get you in a lot of fights. Yeah.
A lot of fights.
I don't know. I don't think that I would still be doing it when they're that age.
You expect? Yeah, okay.
Well, they're still so young now. I've got 10 years.
Yeah, you got.
I've got 10 years.
12 years.
So I would like to have other things in place for that time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that by then it would be, a little while ago that
I feel like it also depends on the level of magnitude of what you do. So, for example, someone like Lana Rhodes, she's got a kid.
That kid's going to know.
Her kid's going to know without the mum having to tell anything. So it just really depends on the level of the magnitude of what you're doing.
But that's one of the reasons why I wouldn't be on the hub.
Oh, right. I was going to get into that.
That's a no.
That's what I was going to get to.
That was my next question.
That's a no.
That's what I was going to get to. I want to know where is the next level from this. Like,
how do you evolve?
I wouldn't do that.
Would you do porn? Like, in terms of... But only on the page... Okay, so when I say porn, I mean... how can I put this?
On the hub?
Because you're saying you wouldn't go on Pornhub, yeah? So you would only do porn on a paid subscription site.
I mean, I do on my site,
on OnlyFans.
yeah.
So, but you would never do porn on a free.
No,
that would end up on a free website.
Why?
Like Pornhub.
Why would you?
That's-
There's
Even
no
though-
point having an OnlyFans if you're gonna post it for free.
No, but
That's true.
because I know people that do OnlyFans
And do the hub as well.
and.
I mean, some people
and use
post
on
little
Pornhub.
snippets. That's cool. That's fine. But because I have children, no.
Oh, you wouldn't post that? Because I see it on Twitter's a
Because
wild
when it's
place.
on the hub, it's on the hub, innit?
Yes, like Twitter, there's porn on Twitter everywhere.
Oh my
Porn
God.
is flying on
It's
Twitter.
literally just
like,
porn. My timeline on Twitter.
Yeah,
is
like
just
sometimes I'm
porn.
opening it up and man's drilling out coochie, like sound full on. So you would never
Literally.
like.
No. I can't. But I just think that like I have to have a certain level of respect for my kids. That is too far.
I hear you.
But there are websites
Like
that
everything that I
post.
post, yeah, there is. But there's people also that are employed by my management to remove them as soon as that happens.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
baddiehub.com,
mean?
great site.
Oh,
Hey, Baddiehub's a great spot.
But Avi, it's been amazing to get you on the show. It's been thank you for coming on the show. Thank you to my co-host over here as well for
Hallelujah, amen.
for throwing some the wildest questions and saying the wildest things to me, but even behind camera. I do appreciate you very much for coming on the pod. Who should we get on next on the pod? Who do you think we should get on the pod next?
I don't know.
Ooh, in what lane? Like,
Any lane.
because I like this one.
This
This is
Yeah,
different.
this is
different.
This is two
different.
episodes in a row we've been talking about
Yeah,
a lot of sex.
yeah.
I think you might need to calm down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we might have to
we
we might have to interview a priest or something.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have to
That would be
mellow
quite
it down.
funny, actually.
Yeah, I do tend to get people. I don't know. Depends what's going on around the world, really.
Yeah.
But I actually wanted to tell you about this show. Cory, I didn't tell you about this show. Before we wrap up, I didn't tell you about this show. I've got the name of the show already. This is a brand new show that I'm working on. The name of the show is Face Your Ex.
Okay.
Oh.
So okay. So the name of the name of the show tells you everything about the show already. Okay, let me paint a picture. Dark room, two chairs facing each other. So your ex, for example, you'll be facing your ex.
Pitch black.
Pitch black room, and opposite those two chairs, there's another chair with myself sitting beside you lot, or sitting opposite you lot, to stop you lot from killing each other, basically.
Yeah.
And before things starts, before you even face your ex, I'm gonna give you lot 1 minute to roast each other, or to say the maddest shit that's ever come out your head that you want to say to that person in that 1 minute.
Wow.
The same thing is gonna the other person
He's trying to get the domestic violence on
but
the
here it
rise
is.
again.
No, here it is. That's gonna give me the material I need to take on the conversation.
I feel like it would give him a lot of clarity, though, like just to be able to say
Yeah, exactly.
what
And
you
You might rekindle a lot of flames with that.
Yeah,
'cause-
exactly.
I
So
hear it.
we have the conversation. We're having a conversation. 5, 6, 10 minutes, and then we take that on to a lie detector.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's obvious, like that's gonna decide whether you're gonna stay blocked or you're gonna be unblocked.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
That's a lot of toxic shit going on in there.
We take that onto a lie detector.
Yeah.
The lie detector is going to be wild, I think. But before we even do the lie detector, we're going to ask each member who's coming on the show, we're going to ask, what questions would you want to ask that person?
Yeah.
What questions would you want to ask that person? What things would you want to know? Did he cheat?
That would be
Did he
so cool.
So things like that. And then
I like
after that, we're going to get some advice from Quan. Dr. Quan is he's gonna come on the show. He's gonna give us some advice on to what to do next.
Man, like Tack Talks.
Tack Talks. He's gonna come
Love
in.
that.
He's gonna give us some advice on what to do next, or what he's gonna be suggesting whether you lot should perhaps rekindle, perhaps become friends, perhaps give it a go again,
Or stay out.
or stay out, or stay blocked. Exactly. That'll be the. We will give you the verdict.
Yeah.
And
so
I'm going to be
it's-
watching that joint
You're just
to see
helping
which
people
ones are
decide
blocking.
whether they're inside or outside this summer.
Exactly. Who
That's
would,
what it is.
who would you want to see it? My dream guest is Maya Yama and Stormzy. That's
Oh,
my
you're
dream.
talking about
Yeah.
celebrities.
No, but even
I was going to say some local names.
but even local names. The thing is, we got to start with local names. We got to start with local names.
Gee, you're trying to get me to put people
No,
on
I don't.
Oh, all right, I'll tell you off camera.
I don't want to say names.
I've got some names off camera.
You can tell me off camera. Even if you've got any names,
Would
or
you
you've
do
got any
it?
suggestions.
Would you do it?
Would you do it?
With your ex?
That would not end well, I don't think.
Hey, you never know. You got a qualified, what is it?
I can't even, we don't talk. I talk to his mum. I don't talk to him.
There you go. Perfect. You're in peace.
This would be a great show.
See?
This would be a great show.
Hey, first guest.
All right.
First guest.
Are you kidding?
All right, let's line it up. But Abby, thank you once again. People, thank you for watching. And we'll see you on the next one.
Peace.